Today I'm going to be doing a look using the I Heart Revolution Peach palette. I've never used this palette before, but it has the perfect colors to go with my dress. It's got some pinks, orange, yellows, so I'm going to try to do a look with those today. To start, I'm going to use this color called Orchard. It's a light pink color, and I'm just going to get it on a fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend that up above my crease a little bit. Kind of going to go in my crease and above my crease. So I just start by packing it on, and then after I'm done packing it on, I'm just going to get a clean fluffy brush, another one, and I'm just going to go lightly around that outer edge to blend it out. Once I get that color on there, I'm going to go and I'm going to get a smaller fluffy brush, and I'm going to take this orange called Nectarine, and we're going to put this in the crease. You want a light hand with this so that way it blends really nicely. So I'm going to go and I'm just going to do not my whole crease, but like the first probably half. I'm gonna do the first half of my crease. And like I said, the lighter the pressure, the better it'll blend. If you push too hard, it's gonna look patchy. So you want to keep a light hand when you're trying to blend things out. You can kind of tap, because sometimes that helps, but see how it blends into that pink like really nice. I like to use a color swatcher to clean off my brush sometimes, so I can use the same brush for another color. It's just easier and takes less brushes that way, but it gets enough of the color off that I can use it for another color, because we're about to use this one for a pink color called Sweet Cheeks. It's going to be this really bright pink color. But taking that bright pink, I'm going to go on the second half of my eye to the outer corner. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with the orange. I'm going to kind of pack it on there, and then we're going to blend it out after it's packed on. And then just very lightly touch around the edges and kind of tap it into that orange so that it blends into that color as well. So it should look something like that. Once I got that all blended out and even on both eyes, I'm going to go ahead and take my pinky for this one, and I'm going to take this yellow shimmer and I'm going to put it on the inner half of my lid. I'm literally just going to use my finger and put it on there. I go up above my crease a little bit. That way, when I look forward, you're still going to be able to see all that color. So if you have hooded eyes, don't be afraid to bring it up a little bit. And I'm just going all the way into the inner corner. And I'm going to go about halfway. And then you just keep adding until you get it to be as pigmented as you want. With shimmers, I usually like to add a lot just because I want it to like really stand out. And I'm just kind of patting it on like that. And then once that's on, you can take a clean fluffy brush or the first one that we used and just kind of lightly go around the very edge of that shimmer and blend it a little bit. So it should look something like that. Now that we're done with the yellow, we're going to go in with this pink color called Flower, and it's another shimmer, and I am just going to get that one on my finger as well. It's just easier. You could use a brush if you want to, but I'm just going to use my finger, and we're going to fill in this space we have left on the second half, barely going up above the crease. That way you can see it when my eyes are open. And I'm just packing it on there, and then I'm just patting right here to kind of blend it in to that yellow a little bit. So you should have something like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the bottom lash line, and I'm gonna do the pink how we did right here, and I'm gonna keep it on like a flat kind of fluffy brush, so it doesn't like give me raccoon eyes. And I'm only gonna do probably starting from right here to the outer corner, and I'm just kind of tapping it on and then smudging it back and forth. It's gonna look weird at first, but I promise it'll come together. After that color, I'm gonna do the same thing, same brush, with that orange that we used up here, that one, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm not gonna bring it all the way into the inner corner because I'm gonna add a highlight in the corner, but I'm gonna do almost all the way to about right there. And then you're just gonna kind of tap it over that pink a little bit where it overlaps so that it blends in together. It's as easy as that. So it should look something like that when you get those two colors on there. Now we're gonna take a really small rounded brush. You can use a flat one if you want, but you need something small to be able to get into your inner corner. And I'm gonna use this color right here, Persipan. I think that's how you say it. I'm going to take that color right there. It's like a goldish orange shimmer color, but I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight. And I'm going to start by putting it on the lower lash line like we've been. And I'm just going to fill in that space that we left and then kind of tap it over that orange a little bit so it blends in. Once you get it on the lower lash line, then we're going to take it and we're going to go in the corner and bring it up slightly and blend it in with these other colors a little by tapping. It's just going to highlight the corner and make your eyes feel a little brighter, and it'll kind of make your eyes stand out a little more. I would usually use probably a white eyeliner in my waterline for this look, but I don't know where mine's at right now. And if you want to, you could also use a black, but for now I'm just going to do some mascara and the falsies, and then I'll be right back with the finished look. After adding falsies and mascara to the bottom lashes, this is the final look. I really like the way it came out. I think it's really pretty and matches my dress perfectly. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.